Because you don't need 20 friends. You just need 3 motherfuckers and you can take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers and you're finished. You understand me? You're fucking finished because we got each other.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation. The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What is good, everybody? Welcome to another Wednesday night on Beyond Wednesdays. I love this comment from our boy Ronnie. More people here before the show than on Steal Your Vision live. So, yeah, snakes of Steal Your Vision. They try, but we try harder.
If you want to win your golden pathway to Brian McClay's heart, just rip on Still-A-Vision or Renovision, Fake-A-Vision, or whatever you guys are calling them. It gets them all cheery.
Yeah, they're pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Like, there's some people that can like call me and go, man, that was fucked up, I'm sorry, or call me and be like, come on, bro, quit being a pussy about this. Me. They're way beyond that. They are way beyond that. They get nothing from me but fucking filth and stench right back at them. That being said, we try to have fun over here. All right. Interesting day today. We have new comic book day to go over. Did you guys see PSA put out a new holder too? I don't know if you guys saw that. PSA put out a new holder. Nothing changed. What else?
Nothing?
Yeah, I don't think anything, man. I never think like there's anything there. You know what I mean?
Basically the label looks like it belongs to like a file in the Watergate fucking shit.
It looks the same.
Cabinet.
It looks the same.
Horrible,
bro.
like typewriter.
No,
Jeez,
it looks the same.
Man.
I guess they updated the plastic and stuff. Let me bring it up. I got it here. Let me see if I can find this. PSA. Anyways, so PSA put out a new thing. There was also the God Box poll and another God Box in Bowman that we'll talk about, which is pretty interesting. I like how they're doing stuff like that.
Define as God Box. Is that like their term for hot box?
Yeah. This is also interesting. All right, hold on here. What is going on here? All right. Learn more. New PSA holders. All right, here's the holders. All right. The new standard.
I thought you were going to say new standard.
It looks the same. That's a beautiful card, though, man. And they put one up with an 8.5. Yeah, so 3 years in the making, a decade since its last major enhancement, PSA's new holder for standard trading cards is making its debut. So here's the enhancements. Medical grade plastic composition, an industry first. 20% heavier with identical exterior dimensions. Ultra impermeable to heat, humidity, water, and UV light, that's huge. That's a big deal, right? Because you can display them. Extra protective against micro scratches and surface scuffs, and most importantly, no Mylar holder in between. No Newton rings, no nothing. The card sits in the well perfectly, I guess.
Really?
So, yeah. Pretty interesting. No well.
What is that Bedard? Is that the number to 100 gold?
It's the high gloss.
High gloss?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Beautiful, right?
Yeah.
I love that gold look on the Young Gun.
It looks like the edges or the lips of the slab are a little thicker.
Yeah, maybe. But you can see how it sits in there. It sits in there really nice. No.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And I like how the label is kind of centered rather than the entire. I like that part. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. No inner mylar, which is a big deal.
So why does that make a difference? Is that for
no Newton
like
rings? You're not going to get any Newton rings. So
that would kill cards, I would imagine.
Yeah. But so you can't open them with a heat gun anymore. Yeah. That's the question. Are we going to be able to crack the slabs once we get them back? Or is it going to be impossible to crack them and to break them out? That's the question.
Is there guys out there that just look for 9s to crack and resubmit as 10s?
Well, of course there is. There's same with comics, right?
Well, yeah, but we can dry clean and press those.
Yeah. Yeah. There was also something that they announced. I don't know if you guys saw this. This is pretty cheesy to me. Game worn cards. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. So, on opening weekend, Bobby Witt and Corbin Carroll took the field with rookie cards pocketed in their uniform. The rest is grading room history. So they sign these, and it says, what does it say? No mere cards in... I don't know what that says. And it says Bobby Witt, and it's got the date, 7/7. So they must have only done 7. And they each signed them different ways. And they're very good 3, good 2, because they're getting destroyed in their pockets, right, while they're playing. I think this is stupid. What do you guys think?
So they came up with an entire different grading scale because of this?
No, they didn't come up with a new grading scale. This is a new thing. So they gave them each paper cards, right?
Right.
Told them, put them in your back pocket and go play an inning.
That's why they come back too.
That's absolutely wild.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
That's some PC stuff, like something that we would do on our own. I don't know if I wouldn't buy something. That don't even look good. Right?
Good 2. Very good 1. I want to see how creased up they are, and you can see the corners are all jacked on this and this. This one doesn't look too bad. Fans. But I love how he put a mustache on him. He put a little mustache on himself. Have you ever seen the Bobby Witt first Bowman?
I've never actually seen that. I got into cards right after So was that 2020 Bowman? Because I got 2020 draft was my first.
Tell me this doesn't look absolutely terrible. Look at his face.
What, dude? That's AI.
That is totally Photoshopped.
Full Photoshop, dude.
That doesn't look like Bobby Witt.
Dude, if you gave me like some tools and a really good printer and I don't know, like 6 hours, dude, that's probably about as good as I could do. So he's catching the Bowman.
Yeah.
So you guys are saying that's not actually his body; it's somebody else's.
Well, you know what happens with Bowman, right? Have you seen the George Lombard card?
Than the body.
I don't know what they do with Bowman.
So first Bowman, they're never in their regular uniforms, right? Because they're high school kids and college kids. So they always Photoshop their uniforms on them in the first Bowman, most of the time, 90% of the time. Especially with the big stars. Look at the Lombard, the George Lombard first Bowman, and tell me this doesn't look AI. This looked Photoshop. Look how bad that looks.
Dude, what the fuck?
It looks like a JTC cover, man.
Looks like those aliens that Joe Rogan's talking about.
Dude, that is wild. What is going on, man? That's horrible.
Yeah, so that's what they
I
do.
know they're made. Do they only look at like how they're gonna look in your hand?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's pretty bad though. I gotta admit, it's pretty rough. It's almost. I mean, the Tom Brady was photoshopped good. This was terrible. Holy cow! Look at that. It does look like a young Biden on Bobby Witt. Kind of looks like Biden. Look at that. Doesn't it kind of look like Biden? Looks like a young Biden.
Checking out all the girls in the front row.
He's falling over, so
let's look at what Bobby Witt looks like.
I love him, man. He's such a stud. He collects cards.
This is Bobby Witt.
Okay.
That's Bobby Witt. All right. And that's his Bowman.
Jesus.
Okay, dude. I mean, I don't know, I don't know when he grew the mullet and mustache or how long that took, but
anyway.
Come on, dude. Did they use a picture of his dad?
Yeah, it's pretty.
You never know.
Yeah,
questionable.
So, some big rumor news. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily rumor news because wasn't he part of the first episode, or wasn't there rumors? I forget Hawkeye. It's been so long since I watched it, but his brother was major in it, right? No, am I wrong?
Go ahead, Sean.
I thought he wasn't. Was his brother in it?
Yeah, so he was supposed to be
he was barely
in the first
in it.
series. He was supposed to be in the first series. That was everybody was specking on him, or guys that were left to spec on because it was.
But he wasn't, right?
He didn't show up.
I don't think he didn't show up unless it was.
If he did, he didn't come in as what's his name here? Good Aim or
Barney.
Barney Trick Shot. Yeah,
Trick Shot.
Yeah.
Was that him that helped at the end, or am I tripping, dude? Somebody help us out here.
I want to say that he was mentioned, but I don't remember seeing it.
Maybe he was mentioned, and maybe it was rumors, that type of stuff. But I mean, now he's going to be showing up in the new Hawkeye. My Time to Shine says Hawkeye has been renewed for a second season. Clint Barton's brother, Barney Barton, will play a major role, and the season will be inspired by the raid with Kate and Clint stuck in one location.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. His health is okay.
Yeah, enough to act.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did die. I saw a thing come out where he hadn't talked about it, but he died on the surgery table or something, and they brought him back.
Yeah, I just filled him up with some baby's blood.
Yeah,
some adrenochrome. He was good.
So, yeah, this is kind of interesting. What do you guys think? You guys think we're gonna see a huge jump in any Barney Barton comics?
I think so because I bought some today, and then I thought it would have been more, and then I realized there's no key collector effect yet. He hasn't dropped in My Time to Shine, so everything didn't get cleared. I gotta imagine it's gonna have Earth X 12. By the way, like Earth X 12 sort of effect that he would have, because that book right there is good cheap spec, and also he had the Avengers 67, right?
64.
Yeah.
64. Avenger 64 is his first appearance, but not in the trick shot costume. So similar to Earth X 12, when nobody can afford Silver Surfer 1, they're going to go for her first costume appearance. So I think both will move, but also this is cheap. There's $20 copies, and from this book from May 1969 online, and so I bought a few today. I bought a few of these. I bought a few of both. Nice. I might sell them as combos. I don't know. I'll see what they look like when the old books anyway when I get here.
Yeah.
I just found them all. I paid a little more than I wanted on some of the new ones, but it's all from one site, so one shipping kind of helps out, And so we'll see how it goes. I like it. I think it's decent spec, and honestly, it's decent spec to me because I love the freaking show. I thought the show was spectacular. So I think she has some of the one of the brightest futures in the MCU, televised MCU. So I'm in on anything that they do in this show, and if he's going to play a major role, can have sort of a similar trajectory as some of the other people we've seen that sort of broke out. So we'll see. Could depend on the actor, but good cheap spec for now. We got it from My Time to Shine. Hello, who's generally pretty correct. And we talked about before, she's more hooked up than we are.
Yeah.
So we're going with that. So if you guys are listening to us and you believe like we do, and you want to go grab some copies before Key Collector drops them, then go for it. And if we're wrong, they don't cost too much. Don't return them. Just wait till he does show up.
I'll add to the live action legs on this character. So in the source material, Barton, Trickshot Barton, he was a Dark Avenger. They're talking about Dark Avengers has been going around lately. Among the, I believe he was also a zombie, a Hawkeye zombie at one point. So I don't know if they're still doing Marvel Zombies. I haven't heard anything about that. But yeah, I mean, I think there's legs, and for her to come out and say something that bold, it's pretty. She usually isn't that bold. I like this. I think this is a pretty cool play.
Yeah. So go grab some comics.
There's a lot of news coming out for the Steinfeld show. It looks like he's got all kinds of stuff he's dropping. So I don't know if there's anybody that subs up to My Time to Shine. Hello.
It is a she, right? That's what everybody says.
I heard she. I don't. I'm going by that. And you know what? I've heard. I think Dino's had communication with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going. And I believe he said she multiple times. Okay. I think it's only been via typing, but still.
She heard.
If he knows anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, we just default to it. When I get in here, I say, "Hey, fellas." Like, how often is there a woman in our chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
we know who we are, man.
I have women friends. I always say, "Hey, guys." Like,
yeah. So look at all our 40-year-old virgin palaces behind us, dude.
What did you guys think about this? The Agatha stuff getting ready to drop.
I didn't see it yet, but I heard about it.
It's been Agatha all along.
So
that's all we got, right?
Yeah, just this. But it's kind of interesting. It's called Agatha All Along. What does that mean? Like she did everything?
Well, that's her little song.
No, they did that at that song came out
in WandaVision.
In WandaVision at the end.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
As the big bad or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or a big bad. Obviously, there's a few in that show.
Yeah.
So I think so. So basically, yeah, they teased the other names and then they went with that one with the Agatha All Along, which makes sense.
You know what that looks like to me when I see that? It looks like, okay, here it is. This is Marvel Studios really trying to put the live action Disney fans with the Marvel MCU live actions. When I see that looked like almost like a Disney freaking, besides the pentagrams or whatever, the witch things.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be interesting. There's some Fantastic Four news that's supposed to be dropping soon. More Fantastic Four rumors and interesting stuff. So I don't know if you guys heard anything about that.
The more I hear about that project, the more it makes me go, oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Yep. Did you guys see this? This is kind of interesting. Marvel is going to do a Dazzler series called From the Ashes. And it's basically Taylor Swift's life story. Check this out. This is crazy. This is from Bleeding Cool. Marvel's new Dazzler comic to debut in September, mirroring Taylor Swift's style and story. And it talks about this in here. It says, artists Jason Liu and Rafael Lorero joined forces for a glittering X-Men solo series. Set in the X-Men's upcoming From the Ashes relaunch, Marvel has announced a new Dazzler solo comic and will launch in September for her world tour. What? Whose world tour? Dazzler's or Taylor's? Swift's?
It's got to be Taylor's, dude.
It says, no stranger to headlining, Alison Briere enjoyed a successful solo career outside the X-Men in the 80s, and with the fondly remembered and long-running Dazzler series. Now she's back to inspire a whole new generation, spreading a message of love and acceptance, one sold-out show at a time. Her tour is for everyone, but backstage, Allison is joined by a crew of fellow mutants. Head security Domino, personal guard Strong Guy, one man roadie Multiple Man, drummer Shark Girl, and expert publicist Wind Dancer. Now, I got to tell you guys, this pisses me off. Why do you take a great character like Jamie Madrox, who you could write the most amazing comics about, and put him as a D-list character carrying around Dazzler's fucking mic stands? Like, what is going on? That Domino? You got Domino as a security guard? Like, this is weird, man. Why aren't you using those characters?
What's the name of the book? What If Taylor Swift? Or is it What If?
It says here, I think it's called From the Ashes. Dazzler. It's just called Dazzler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
So it's not a What If. They made it sound like it was.
Yeah. What if Dazzler? Yeah.
Oh,
what
okay,
if Taylor Swift was in the X-Men? Dazzler #1.
Got it. Yeah. I see it.
I mean, if they get a dude, I'm thinking she's fucking Dazzler and
So do I.
Deadpool after all.
So
read the tea leaves.
Yep. That's why I'm showing this.
I think she's in that shit.
I think they're just getting ready to make money off of it.
They are literally.
They already are. And dude, like I press Taylor Swift books that are. I don't pay attention to them. I should pay attention to them, but you know, the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm petty. So
I love it. Hell yeah!
Get that. Give me these Travis and Taylor books, but like
he's a Raider fan. Just let you
licensed. Yeah, it does. I know it's bright. It does say Raiders on my hat. There's it does say like on the books, like the female force, Taylor Swift and all that, it'll have her name and it's clearly her. Like the Shikaris and Greg Horn. I think Greg Horn had some. They're obviously Taylor Swift.
They're using her as a
somehow.
muse.
Yeah, no, she's okay with it. Like these are supposedly licensed, and I think they just have to like they somehow licensed it, and I don't know if how they got it approved for publicity, but they did, which would be difficult, I would think, for anybody in the comic world that's not Marvel to get a hold of Taylor Swift for Tidal Wave to get through to. Maybe you can ask. Maybe you guys can ask. I don't know.
Well, here's the problem. I don't believe that. Like, I don't believe that they've got Michael Jordan to okay stuff. They've got Taylor Swift to okay stuff. I mean, look at that Shikari cover. Now, we talked to
it's got her name on it, though.
We talked to Sean, who is very close to Shikari and who also did one of these covers. And, you know, he is very, very careful when it comes to getting into a lawsuit over this stuff. That he does not want that. He's already been through that.
Especially with Taylor freaking Swift.
And then you got Taylor Swift, who's very litigious.
She could beat Marvel.
Yeah. So I just don't trust it. Now, he supposedly said that somebody reached out to them and asked them, and they said that she's okay with it. And I don't know about that. Here's the other weird thing. Look at all these different IPs that they got over there. They've got Janet Jackson. They got Beyonce coming. Some of these look really, I mean, that's Robin for sure right there. That's fucking Robin. Don't tell me that's not Robin. What are you doing? Look at that Jordan. That's a great Greg Horn Jordan cover, but it's got bulls on it. It's licensed.
NBA.
Yeah. I wonder if I wonder if does only
Metallica?
Jordan license Jordan?
Look at these
Is it still
Metallica.
Upper Deck and shit?
Yeah, he's still Upper Deck. Look at Metallica covers. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I never.
Like that is terrible right there. That is horrible.
That's horrible, dude. That's fucking terrible.
He like homaged the 5 most homaged swiped covers.
Yeah. Look at how bad that is. Is that stolen straight from Ninja Funk and Saga? What's
Looks
going
like
on
it.
here?
No, it's Amazing Spider-Man 316.
I know,
Yeah,
but
that's
this character right here that wears the TV
okay.
as the head, and
Yeah, I got you.
I mean,
yeah.
that's a cool cover. This is cool right here. I like this. The rest of this, garbage, but people will buy it.
I like it.
And they have so many IPs. I just don't believe it, man. Rush. I'm a little worried. Supposedly, they are reaching out pretty heavily to a lot of comic. A little, word came to me along the train tracks that they might be trying to double up on a lot of stuff, and it looks like it. But here's the problem to me. You have Tidal Wave that's doing these cheap, 90% of them look like cheap knockoff, like terrible fake comics. And I'm just being honest. Not all of them. Some of the Taylor Swift ones look really good. Some look really fucking bad. The Greg Horn one looks good. The rest look really fucking bad. The Shikari Taylor Swift looks really good. The rest look pretty fucking... This is one of the worst covers I've seen in a long time. This Jordan cover. Look at how bad this is. Are you kidding me? So you have Tidal Wave doing this shit, and then
It's like a picture of his face.
yeah, and then you've got
make it-
Vault doing amazing stuff where they're literally working with the artists. They're not stealing their IP. They're having them write a comic. It says straight up from Pete Wentz from what is it called? Fallout Boy. They've got that Slash book, right? They're working with the actual artists. I would rather be buying the Vault stuff than the Tidal Wave stuff. Was the Slash book Vault? I think it was,
I don't
right?
remember.
I think it was Vault. It wasn't Antarctic, so it has to be Vault.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me see here.
I don't think it wasn't Dynamite, was it?
I thought it was Vault, but I could be wrong.
It might be Dynamite.
What was that book? Name of that book?
The Slash book?
Mm-hmm. Wilbert says, so Marvel or DC doesn't want to be in the Tay-Tay comic business in favor of Tidal Wave. Get out of here. Yeah.
They probably didn't even think about it. You know what I mean?
The Rain in Threes has this is a great comment for how they look. They look like convenience store, gas station souvenir trash.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, that Vault stuff is crazy, but anyway, back to the Marvel's like, fuck it.
They're fucking with billionaires, so
yeah.
It is, you know what I mean? You definitely want to be careful. So maybe at least think they do, but there's no way around. You would even say there's no way around going around the way they look, but it has their freaking names on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. All right. Oh, here we go. Shout out to our boy International Comics. Look at this. Let's see what this says. The Legalities of Biography Comics from Tidal Wave Productions. Dear Storm Publishing, pursuant to rights under trademark infringement statutes, I am requesting that you cease and desist publication of the biography comic featuring my client, Pop Mix Superstar. A cease and desist letter, it must be Monday. And yes, one came in the mail on Friday, although it's not important who it is. Not to snark too heavily at these letters because we take each request seriously, but as a publisher of biography comics, we routinely receive these demands from lawyers, regardless of merit, to stop the distribution of our title featuring a notable personality. And we personally communicate why their cease and desist does not apply in these cases. Now, on one hand, I can understand that why these letters come. The money machine behind these celebrities or bands wants to completely control the image of their product and dollars made from such image. Problem is, they are often wasting their time. They are either ignorant of the law or think that I am. Ooh, he's throwing some fucking heat. Lawyers and licensing agents believe such books violate the trademark of their client. However, a public person's appearance cannot be trademarked. Their life story cannot be copyrighted. Many times, the featured person is invited to participate or given an early look at the script and artwork. So that's what they're talking about. Here you go. We're sending it to you just so you know. And Taylor probably said, okay, whatever. Or her lawyer said, okay, whatever.
Or maybe, like you said, he said that she knows about it.
Yeah.
So he's going like, well, I sent it registered mail and somebody at Taylor Swift Records fucking signed for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It says, nonetheless, we recognize that these comics are unauthorized and make no bones to conceal that fact. There we go. None of these are fucking authorized. He just said it. So we don't even have to talk about that anymore. When I publish a comic, it is in hopes that it makes money. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. However, in that, I have chosen to publish a line of original nonfiction biographies. I am also look to put forward a professional, entertaining body of work on subjects that people care about. In most cases, I believe I've succeeded. Most of the subjects are flattered and even think it's cool that they've been immortalized in this way. My office wall is decorated with autographed copies from some of the subjects, but to be fair, some don't care to be animated, and that's okay too. My team and I pick biography subjects because we think they have an interesting story. We don't look to stir the pot, but sometimes legal representatives feel the need to get involved. There we go. He goes on. It's no secret that cease and desist letter a few years ago got widely publicized, and all of a sudden the internet was alight with gossip about lawsuits and dirty dealings. First up, a cease and desist letter is not a lawsuit, it's a request. Any person can write such a letter. You can write one to your neighbor to have their Christmas decorations taken down. But more importantly, I look at these letters as an invitation to discuss partnerships or further subject participation in our project. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm obligated to publish the title anyways. This guy, he's like, fuck it. I'm going to do whatever I want. I do what I want. He says, I do not wish to make light of any truly serious legal situation, but any legal mind worth their salt knows that unauthorized biographies are protected, even in comic book format. It has been tested in court several times, most notably with Revolutionary Comics back in the early 90s. Boy band New Kids on the Block sued to stop publication of a biography comic book, and the U.S. District Court judge ruled, quote, bookstores are filled with biographies, both authorized and unauthorized, of public figures. And while the subjects of such biographies may be offended by the publication of their life stories, they generally have no claim for trademark infringement. It appears that the First Amendment may trump any claim that the plaintiffs have for a trademark infringement. The only problem is, and this is what Sean said one time, he said, I know it's just a cease and desist letter, but when that cease and desist letter comes from somebody that can take everything away from you like that, that's fucking scary. When Disney sends you a cease and desist letter, when Taylor Swift sends you a cease and desist letter, when, you know, these mega businesses send you a cease and desist letter, whew, that's scary shit, man. And not only that, they go, we want all your records, your tax records for the last so many years. We want all your Shopify records, all your eBay records. We want your bank statements for the last so many years because they want to see what type of money you're making off of this stuff. you're just opening yourself up, man. And they say, this is what we want in that cease and desist letter. And then you can go fuck yourself. And like this guy is doing, or you can say, you know what? I'm just going to back off. I'm not going to fuck with this anymore. It's not worth it to me. That shit's scary, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, as a publisher, I do not enjoy complete freedom with the celebrity's name and likeness. I cannot publish John Wayne Cookbook without the Wayne family's estate's permission. But if I choose to publish a biography of the Duke, I am within my First Amendment rights to do so. Likewise, if I choose to publish a title featuring LeBron James, I can. But I cannot use the logos or word marks of the NBA. Huh? Or the teams for which he played. Huh? Hold on here.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Right? I mean, what are you talking
so-
about? That's pretty fucking. Anyways, let's continue.
Yeah.
Moreover-
let's be honest here.
Yeah. Moreover, if I falsely claim that LeBron James is a communist spy, then I open myself up to potential libel claims unless I can prove my sources were legitimate. James Bond by day, sinking. I don't care about that. I want to be clear. I'm not making excuses or trying to be defensive over the choice to publish biography comics. I am not sticking my tongue out at lawyers, nor am I flaunting my legal protection. I simply want to provide a little insight on part of the business aspect of running a publishing company. So there you go, you guys. That's Tidal Wave's look on it, and it's working. It's still cheesy to me, though, but it's working. It's money. He's making fucking hand over fist.
But yeah, he's doing all right.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that plays out. All right. Another big book of the day that we were talking about behind the and backstage was a monster of a book that we talked about, I think, the other day or a few days ago. This Venom.
Last week?
Yeah, this Venom separation anxiety. 1 in 200.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like the 1 in 100 too, but this one's the book.
The 1 in 100's the silver?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Whose cover is that?
Sandoval, is it?
it Sandoval?
Who's
Yeah.
doing the interiors, which is awesome. Here's the
He's supposed to
interiors.
A new big character coming. King in Purple. It's supposed to be like a what's his name? Level threat.
No.
Like Null. But apparently when the way he controls symbiotes is that when he makes contact with them, he takes a piece of the symbiote with him and he loses the symbiote. That symbiote loses that part of him forever.
That is so stupid. I'm like hearing this, I'm like going, King in Purple, King in Black, King in Purple. We're going to have a King in Yellow, a King in Blue.
So
Yeah,
derivative.
for sure.
Yeah, of course we are now. Yeah. That is terrible. That is,
King in red, but it's not Carnage.
yeah.
Remember when you were a kid, you just thought Carnage was Red Venom?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I fucking thought.
That's what I thought when I was a
Hey,
kid.
dude, there's a Red Venom now. It's fucking cool.
Yep.
Oh, man. Shout out
As
to
if the
comic
creators
vet.
didn't think the same thing.
Yeah, King and Mauve. Yeah. Like, what are we doing here? This just sounds cheesy. I
It's the
hope
new
that they're
cash
like,
grab.
yeah, it sounds like a cash grab. I hope that they're like, you know what? Let's do something that sounds super cheesy, but make it amazing. I don't think
Just
that's going to
like-
happen, but
I'm
You
gonna
know.
do a Do You Poo, but it'll be at the King in Terracotta. Right?
King,
Just run around looking
the
like
King
baby
in
poo.
shit stained brown.
Is that the character's name? King in Purple? Is that is a because I was just kind of throwing it out there.
Oh, I don't know.
King
Is it
in
not?
purple.
Okay. Okay. I thought
No,
you
I
were-
mean it's something with purple and king. So I think it might be in the solicit. It actually is in the solicit if you read that.
the King in Purple. Yeah. Long live
Yeah,
the
King in-
King in Purple.
That is so cheeseball, dude. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
King of the spin.
Jeez, that's terrible, man. That is so bad. Do they
Well,
show
I mean,
them?
it's selling books, right? I mean, they got a couple of those 1 and 200s at my comic shop in Midtown, so a lot of those are probably ordered. I guess the semantics they're playing is making money. It's their new cash grab.
What are
Not come up
these?
with new ideas.
What are these selling for? You looked them up. You said they were selling for a pretty.
Yeah, they're. I saw one sale for $350. I saw a sale for $300. Most of them were between $200, $250, and $300. Because the day today it changed. Of course, everybody got them in hand. I would say 3 to 350 is pretty. 300 is pretty solid over ratio. The 1 and 100 is selling for between a 105 and 130. I probably average out about 120.
Yeah. The Righteous Slipper says that's the state of comics today. Milk the character till they are pointless. Did that in the 80s and the 90s. I feel like they're doing it worse than ever nowadays because you don't even have any really. There was a comment on the show we did last night talking about how, nobody reads anymore. You just got to read. There's good books out there. And I've been reading my ass off this year, man. I made it a point to read, to go out there and read a ton of new titles, a ton of new books, try and stick with them. And I got to be honest, there's only a few of them that are worth reading to me. And that's sad. That's not good.
At least for Marvel.
All of them. To be honest, all of them. There's very few. I mean, from the big two, at least from the big two, you're right. Image puts out some good stuff. They're killing it. Image is destroying with their Skybound stuff and, all their independent stuff. Boom and IDW are doing good stuff. There are a lot of decent books out there, but the big two are just putting out horrible shit. Deadpool is terrible, right? It's not good. The X-Men has been complete garbage the last year. Amazing Spider-Man is getting ready to have its 10th Goblin storyline in a row where Peter becomes Green Goblin. Trash. You know what I mean? What else? Fantastic Four has the Alex Ross stuff, which is decent, but nobody reads Fantastic Four anyways. For the most part. But it's been decent, Ultimate Spider-Man has been good. What else? The new Blood Hunt stuff has been good, but that's brand new. I don't know. It's been really rough.
Blood Hunt's been good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Venom Gold and Silver?
Yeah.
I know someone that was able to pick up both.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know how much they paid, but I'm assuming it's somewhat around ratio.
Yeah, my comic shop had 4 of the golds. I think the lowest grade they marked it as 9.0, and they were selling it for $235, and then they had a 9.2 that was $247.50. And I was looking on eBay, I'm going, man, is this a total? Should I just FOMO it and flip it and see if I can make $100 off of it?
Well,
I was like, no, that's stupid. Don't do that.
I have this on auction right now, and it's actually doing really well.
Oh,
What's
no
it at?
shit. 10
Really
days.
nice.
Yeah, it's like it's at 170 or something like that, and it still has it ends on Sunday. So we got to make sure it's on the hot 10 again. No, I'm shaking.
Well, see, that's interesting, man. That's really interesting because you weren't getting much love on it for what you had it up for, and we were talking behind this backstage one day, or the other day, and we're like, you should just put it up for auction and see what happens to it, and you did that.
I mean, because I had it listed for $250 or best offer, and I sent people out offers for like $215. 200. I was gonna go as low as $200, and then it approached Sunday, and I was like, okay, Sunday, so that means I'm just gonna. You can tell which picture is mine because you can see our picture on the side.
Let me see.
I mean, my eBay name is Yeezee, so.
Did you
right here.
just
Oh, there you go.
Look
Oh my god.
So you got to make sure you buy the influencer copy, right?
There we go. That's hilarious.
That was so much fun to set up, like just take our picture and then, because I was putting the listing on this show actually. So yeah,
That's cool, man. Well, it goes to show you that there's multiple ways to skin a cat. So
right. Like,
Yep.
I mean, because you can see that there's multiple auctions going for around 150 or whatever. But I mean, like, if people really like, I guess, follow and want to support, me, I guess, or whatever, then, it's like, oh, cool, I know this guy. I know these guys.
yeah, yeah, that's interesting. All right, let's get into some new comic book day stuff. Let's go over some of the new comic book day issues. My dog. Thought I heard my dog. All right. Today, new comic book day. Did all you guys? I didn't go to the shop. Like, did you go to the shop? No. You went to the shop. Richie, you went to the shop. No.
Once.
Richie, you went.
Yeah.
Yeah, my LCS is far from my job, but it's closer to my house, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's the chain, so like if there's something that's crazy, I can stop by the shop that's close to my work.
So this is interesting. The Amazing
out there.
Spider-Man 1 in 25 facsimile for $256.
How much is it selling for in the secondary?
Let's take a look.
It's got to be 40 or 50 at least.
Oh, you already know it's going to be on the Hot 10
For
this week.
256.
Yeah, from 256. It's like
Yeah, again, cash grab.
Are they going all the way up to 300 with these facsimiles? Because they're doing all the black suit stuff, right? For the Amazing Spider-Man run.
that's the impression I got.
Because it starts at like what 252, and then it pretty much doesn't end until like 300.
No, what? Maybe take the out? I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Just hit your soul. Maybe hit soul. I don't see any listings.
Yeah.
Check your souls.
It's because no store ordered 25
There they
copies
are.
of a facsimile.
There they are.
$25,
There they are.
$30.
Yeah, but those are all like probably pre-orders, right?
May 15th.
Yeah, that's in
May
hand, as
14th.
you can see. It's pre-order typically if it's a scan.
Ooh, Puma spec.
Look at what the guy put in the listing. PRH98. Penguin
Yeah.
Random House 98. Is that a new thing? What the hell? Oh my.
How nice they come from Paper Random House.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, this is tired garbage. Hopefully nobody buys any. All right, continuing. Amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt. I haven't read this yet. It's supposed to be pretty cool. He's supposed to get some type of new vampire
Nice.
vampire beating power, vampire stopping power or something. So
Well, why didn't they just make Spider-Boy a vampire?
well, you already
It's-
got
doesn't-
Morbius, so I think it's cool how he's going to Morbius to be like, how do I stop these guys? You've been trying to build a cure for vampirism forever. Like, you must know
Did
a
you
way
read
to
it?
stop these guys. I haven't yet.
Did you read
I
it?
will.
Oh wow, you
Yeah.
know a lot. Oh, I want to
Yeah.
read it now, dude. I think you're right about the blood hunt stuff that you were saying last week. I think there's a lot more than meets the eye with this stuff. There's
Yeah.
going to be some really cool spec books that might come from out of nowhere from these tie-ins. I'd keep my
Oh,
eye.
in my listing. In my listing. No, I'm sure.
All right. Let's see if there's anything else that I like. Carnage.
Oh,
We looked at this right here is awesome. This Cobra Commander second printing of number 2. It's got the dreadnoughts. I love that.
So I've just been grabbing all the Image, Skybound, GI Joe, and Transformer. Void Rivals, Cobra Commander, all the late printings. I just grabbing at least one, all of them.
Yeah.
Not the incentive. Obviously, but
Well,
These are worth-
I like these. Yeah, I like these covers that they're doing for their later prints.
Yep.
Yeah, it's old school. It's like a
Yeah.
tattoo cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of them this week. There's this one. Yeah, there's a lot of them for this week, and we'll go over them.
Dark Ride.
Yeah, the
Fleek's
Dark
cover.
Ride. Shout out to Tony Fleeks, who's just killing it. He's
Hell
got
yeah.
all kinds of new stuff coming out left and right. He's got Uncanny Valley coming out today, but he's got this 1 in 25
Hell yeah. I
Toy
got two of
Story.
those.
Yeah,
Oh nice.
I mean that's going to be a big book.
Paid $30 a piece. Not bad.
Yeah,
Because usually they're like 1 in 10s, right?
I think so. Maybe I don't know. Let's take a look.
Oh, yeah, he's one of my favorite.
No, they're 1 in
present day
25s.
artists right now. Okay.
Yeah, that was the last one he did.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Yep.
So is Trish. Trish is doing really well.
All right.
They're both doing great stuff together too. I still need to read Feral. Like even though I have raw issues, like I need to read that too.
Yeah.
So
I'm just not a cat person.
This is Trish.
I know it's kind of funny and stupid that I say something like that, but I don't know. I just can't get into cats. Maybe I'll try.
I think you have to have at least one cat to have that
I've
experience.
had cats. I've had cats. They're all ninjas. Kicking
Yeah,
me from
I mean-
home. No, I'm kidding.
I've had cats and dogs, and I definitely enjoy having a dog more than a cat.
Yeah.
Even though it's slightly more maintenance or whatever.
Cats don't care about you as much as dogs care about you. Cats are
Right.
great. I get it. People love cats, and I will never say that, they're terrible because they give people so much love. But no animal or pet gives as much love as a fucking
As a
dog.
dog.
It just,
Hell yeah.
it's unreal. This pisses me off. What's up with this? Now
I
Marvel's,
knew you were gonna talk about this. I knew it.
Marvel's like,
Dude.
Nelson over at Big Time Collectibles, you're making too much money. We're gonna start doing these on our own. I bet you he went to them like, hey, I'm doing this over at DC, or they saw what he was doing at DC and were like, hey, we can't allow this. We need to do this on our own. And now they're doing 1 in 25
What do they call
Jeez.
logo variant?
insignia variants.
Ooh, so creative.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to hire an artist to do this either,
Yeah.
right? Like you just need a graphic designer at the very least.
Copy
it's
and
probably-
paste. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, I can go find this on internet right now and make this exact same logo in 2 seconds. Copy,
Yeah.
paste,
Yeah.
remove alpha.
The hardest part would probably be like copying the typography,
What, this stuff?
like the Deadpool.
Oh, this.
The text.
The type.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trade.
Yeah, the type to get
Yeah.
the exact angles and all that stuff. Like because I mean, obviously it's like a certain text or whatever, but like someone actually goes in and like changes out the spacing between each letter, adding the borders and all that stuff. So
Yeah. Well, this comic's terrible anyways. Doesn't deserve a second print. All right, here we
Doom.
go. Let's get into Doom. Starting off with probably my favorite cover of the week, the Maria Wolf Dr. Doom variant, 1 in 25, and this is fan-frickin-tastic.
I got one coming.
Oh,
nice.
Hell yeah.
look at how good it looks just without the trade. I mean, she posted this. She says, sorry for the lack of posting. I've been super swamped up with work, but here's my latest variant cover coming out this week. First Doom cover I've ever done, which I went for a paladin look. Mike Spicer made it more kick-ass with those colors. Enjoy. Pre-order today. Link below. Oh, so is she doing her own?
Tom in the chat,
Tifa.
he knows a lot about Doom. He's actually said some really good stuff, and he's saying it's a really good read. So I'm stoked.
There you go. You can get it for $22 at T-Fall right now.
I got mine for 14.
Not bad. Yeah, that's not bad.
Nice. Oh, the only thing I saw anyone complaining about this was the mask.
What's wrong with the mask?
I don't know. Someone in the Discord said like I don't like the mask. they loved everything else about the cover. But
Yeah.
their complaint was the mask, and I was like, kind of when I looked at it, I was like, kind of like, and I didn't see anything wrong with it. I mean, maybe because it doesn't have that MF Doom kind
Yeah.
of mask look to it.
Oh yeah.
Where it has like the opening in the mouth or something like that, or.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, it looked fine. I was like, kind of like, especially since like Maria Wolf, she like kind of exaggerates like certain body parts and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna look more distorted, but honestly, this looks pretty clean for her work.
This is
The fur coat
probably
hoodie is dope.
Oh yeah. Same with the whatever they call these that hook on to the front. And
Oh yeah.
How he's
Oh yeah.
how he's in the paladin armor. This is badass, man. This is probably my top 3 Maria Wolf covers right here.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love everything that she does. And I don't buy it all. I don't even see it all. But I've kind of lucked out with doing, because Drew just did the SS signing for her, C2E2. So he went back and got a bunch of books, and some that I don't know. I hadn't noticed she came out, or came out before I noticed who she was. So I've been able to just kind of like stare at her books and fucking enjoy it.
That's
And
awesome.
also, if you listen to her, like, she sounds cool as hell. Like, there's no way she's not cool as hell, dude. So
Look at that. That's a commission.
Is she young? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
badass.
Oh,
is she young?
yeah. She's,
Oh, nice. Hendrix.
Probably in her 30s.
Yeah.
Younger, I think younger than us, but not like she's. I don't know. I've only mostly seen her on a smaller screen.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I haven't met her face to face, so I'm not gonna guess a woman's age like that.
This is her right here.
Yeah, that's her.
That's beautiful. Look how good that looks.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is Maria Wolf.
Nice.
She is one of the best artists in the game right now. One of my favorite. I shouldn't say best. One of my favorites. So, I mean,
she definitely broke into the industry in a good way, right? Like in a good time where people were tired of seeing the same old, and then she's coming out here with these like psychedelic looking covers, like bright colors.
Yeah, and they look so good in the pencil lines. Look great. They look great in foils. They just look great.
So Hero Mode is saying no Doom cameo in X-Men 97, and Brad's saying there was no dialogue.
yeah, he was in there. Doom was in there in X-Men 97. When Bastion's talking to all the evil people, he tells Bastion, he's like, I'm not good with how you're handling things, and I'm out.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Doom, that's a beautiful cover. There's other covers. There's the main cover, which is really good too. I really like. I love the design of it. I just think that this kind of ruined it. They should have figured out a better way for the trade dress. But this will be I'm sure they'll do some type of color variant on this, which will look gorgeous. So.
Oh, did y'all ever listen to the band called Doom?
I don't remember a band called Doom. No.
Yeah, I remember. I do.
They were like what genre of music were they? It's a punk band, but it's a certain genre of punk.
Yeah.
D-beat punk band. So like it's more underground punk stuff that not a lot of people, unless you were like heavy into the punk scene, like you probably wouldn't have listened to them.
That's the Granoff.
1 in 100. There's a 1 in
See,
100.
that looks like just straight up off a computer to me.
This one looks worse than this one. This one
Is
looks
it a
better.
cosplay variant? Sure.
No, this is
honestly,
Audi Granov,
that's a
dude.
good question. Yeah.
See what happened was he was trying to do a negative cover, and then
Yeah.
Jeez,
That's terrible.
that's horrible.
I'm not a fan of the Hildebrandt brothers. I hate to say it. I've never been a fan of them.
Once in a while, they have a good cover, but that was not one of them.
Yeah. All right. So that's Doom. That came out today. This one we've talked about it when it first popped up. Shout out to, of course, the amazing who did this cover? Hold on here.
Dave Wilkins.
Yeah, Dave Wilkins. Sorry, I forgot his name for a second there. The amazing, and I forget his name. The amazing Dave Wilkins, who did the Skeletor cover. We had him on Flipside. I think he came on one time, and he just talked about his love for Masters of the Universe. He's one of the best artists out there, but most of his time is spent working with movie companies. But yeah, this is huge right here. Nice little Hordak.
He lives on the
Hordak,
north side
dude.
of Houston now.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, he's over there. I had Hood work on a book or two for him.
Yeah, like
I've only talked to him a couple times since he moved.
Yeah, I told Hood that he should mail it to Nate on accident, so then Nate could meet him or whatever.
Yeah, dude. No, that's awesome. I knew that was dropping. I didn't know it dropped already. Love this. Love the Hordak. His Skeletor's the best. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Nice that they did the Hordak. I think you're going to get a lot more out of Hordak, I think, in this series, if I remember.
Yeah.
But I haven't read anything except the solicitation, which is 5 months ago. So it's whatever I remember from there.
Yeah.
How was that second season of Masters of the Universe?
I haven't seen
I'm okay with it. I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. Sometimes I have a hard time following animated stuff, so I watch it, but it's hard. I somehow tune out. I don't know what it is. Same thing. Something to do with something to do with voices. I feel the same when I watch sometimes things with even though I know it's a good show, they're dubbed over.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's good dubbing, it's got to be really good for me to do it. I can't tell you why. It just throws me off. But I did like it. I did watch it. Yes, I did finish X-Men and Invincible, and I still do watch them. I can't. I don't watch them as intently as I once used to.
So
I always give it the cell phone test. If I can put down my cell phone and stay locked into watching the show, it was good.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I can't. Like on most of them, I can't do it at all.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like that's too. And even shows that I really watch and I really really like, I realize if I watch like 3 episodes or something, then I sort of just start I go back to Twitter or something to try and just read, and I'm like, okay, just you just need a break, dude. Let your brain do something else. Yeah. And hopefully it's to get up out of the fucking chair and do something else, not just scroll through Twitter.
Yep. All right. So next, this is hilarious. The Essential Spread Love Comics #4. Look at this cover.
Oh, Operation.
It's Rob Liefeld.
Oh, that's cool. That's even better.
Frank Miller's dude. This is amazing.
Right? So it's the Operation game board, but it's Rob Liefeld's face, and it's got little areas where it's got the little bone pieces to put in and take out, and it says Criterion edition of Chase and Amy, cosplay porn, snacks, variant cover, Frank Miller's hat, Snyder cut, DC Pride, degree from the Kubert School. That's great, man.
That's funny.
I wonder what Rob Liefeld thinks of this.
I don't know. Probably not that mad.
Yeah.
He's being good natured. He's definitely having a good time, and he's definitely happy that Deadpool is dropping.
Amen. So that came out the Essential Spread Love Comics #4. Next we have got G.I. Joe Real American Hero #306 came out. It's got a decent Snake Eyes cover. The variants are interesting because they've got a Mike Mayhew exclusive of Zartan. And Zartan is one of my favorite characters, and I love how he made him have the blue skin. But Mike Mayhew's art has become so computer graphic that it turns me. It's just, I don't like it anymore. It's too computer.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, I agree with you.
Yep.
Wish I didn't have to.
Yep. So, I mean, that would be a great looking cover if it wasn't just so computer looking. But There's also a black and white Andy Kubert of the black and white of the regular Andy Kubert cover, which is cool.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but
That'd
it's
be
a
a
Zartan
nice
issue.
slab right there.
Yeah, this is the run that Larry Hama is still doing, which is awesome. That Skybound did that. So smart, so smart. So
is that a black and white cover or is it a color splash?
black and white, I think.
Yeah, I was just joking around.
Yeah. All right. What else do we got? Let's see here. Red Coat #2 came out. Rat City #2, the Spawn book came out, and a lot of people are talking about that. They like that. Miles Morales Spider-Man #20. This is kind of interesting. Doesn't have a variant, but this cover kind of reminds me a little bit of that Miles Morales Captain America cover, kind of with the way the web is. But this should be a really good cover, but there's something off about it, and I think it's the trade.
I think it's the angle that Miles is swinging at, right?
Yeah.
That is like, because usually we see like a front on image and stuff like that, and it kind of reminds me of like some of the Pacelli covers and stuff like that. But at a different angle viewpoint.
Yep.
Yeah, I think his head's back a little far or something like that.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
His neck starts back, so that puts his head back. Or his head's too small, something like that.
Or his arm is too long or something like that, and too buff or something. Yeah. Selden nailed it. His left arm is fucked up.
Something Epic has that Game Boy variant, which everybody's going to go crazy for, I imagine. It's just an open order B cover C cover.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember having one of those Game Boys.
Yep.
It was so great. And then trying to play it in your backseat of your car with no lights and stuff like that.
Me and my brother had ours in the bathroom. I know that sounds crazy, but I played a lot of fucking Game Boy sitting on the shitter.
So there used to be a barber that we used to go to around the corner from our house, and he used to have a gaming system. Like, it was obviously from Asia because it had like one game cartridge, but had like a billion different games on it. And then, like that was the only place my brother could get his haircut, and I think he literally just went there so he could sit there and play games.
That's
and
smart.
Didn't care what. Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
So Something Epic, Kudransky, pretty cool. Space Ghost. You got the metal variant for #1 and a virgin variant for Bjorn Barons. Space Ghost #2. We talked about last night. Nick Barucci from Dynamite joined us, and he gave away a original piece of art, a John Romita Jr. Spider-Man OA. It's like he said it was like an $800 piece. He gave it away to the people in the live chat, and Lefteros won it.
Yeah, he was in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
He dropped in. And then 80s Comic Geek was saying that Essentia books are starting to show up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've been waiting for my email saying that they're shipping it out to me.
I didn't get any.
I got 2 sets, and so I just want to. I finally saw the Miller, and like I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I'll probably throw them away with the other Essentia books that I had the coupons clipped out of.
Is it that bad?
Dude, it's pretty bad looking. I think Comic Tom pulled one. Yeah, he pulled one of the Millers.
Was that good, Space Ghost? Was that one Drew's?
What? This one?
Yeah.
The Jay Lee metal variant?
He's got.
I thought did he do a #2 or a #1?
He did a #1. Is that number 2?
He did.
I've got it here.
Hold on, it's right. It's one of these right here.
Yeah, it's that.
This one, the Delata.
Yeah.
So, there you go. I like how he's starting to go invisible.
Yeah. That's
I I heard it's a good read.
Dude,
Only
I hate
issue one,
Dynamite
so.
books. I hate I do Dynamite. I hate their paper. I hate
Yeah.
pressing
Oh.
Dynamite books. I don't give a shit. They got a lot of cool covers, cool books. I'm not talking shit. I just
Yeah.
oh god, dude. And whatever they dent, it won't take moisture. They don't like heat. They don't want to be fixed. They dent easy.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know about his store variant, but any of the ones that I get sent, I'm just like, fuck, you're fucked.
So it's either high grade or it isn't, basically. Or your two
Honestly,
options?
pretty much. Like you can fix it, but they easily bend. You can't moisture on the black turns it fucking white. You're completely screwed. You're lucky if it's white. You're lucky because then you're not going to see a water spot. But it'll discolor anything, and even on if you use moisture on the inside, it's just a pain in the ass, dude.
Wow. All right. Space Ghost. Spawn number 353. Doesn't have any variants, but this A cover is really cool.
You brought up a good point though the other day. Like when are those art contest covers coming out?
Yeah.
Where was it supposed to be for that milestone of 350 or whatever, or is it just for a random book?
I'm not sure.
Because I know they announced the winners, and then they had that controversy where
the AI.
you weren't supposed to use AI, and then like one of the artists that won is the AI artist or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of like the last of what I heard of it, and then all of a sudden Todd McFarlane's selling a funny car on Whatnot. So,
Yeah. This is a foil. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles black, white, and green #1 foil. It's a 1 in 10. I don't know.
I
if
hope it's
anybody-
just a green that's foil.
Same with me. I mean, that's the only thing I think could be foil, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully. So that's good. That should be cool. Last Ronin #2, Re-Evolution #1, second printing. So here's all the other. Look at all these Transformers second printings. They got what's it? RC. I can't know. I don't know how you say it, but maybe it's RC. Thundercracker. This Devastator one is awesome, and then Wheeljack. And then there's one more for Void Rivals #7 with Proximus. So they're still killing it. Uncanny Valley #2 is out this week. Great read so far. Great freaking cover. And more Tony Fleece stuff.
Oh, nice. Dude, he's just killing it in the industry now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I knew he had his cult following from like My Little Pony and all that, but I like seeing him breaking out into.
He's on so many titles, man. He's on this. He's doing Local Man. He's doing Feral. He's doing the Ash Evil Dead book.
Yeah, he's killing it in the
Army of
indie
Darkness
market.
book. Yeah. He's
Yeah, man.
doing variants.
Yeah.
We were at lunch at the beach. He and I, a couple people, and then this is a year ago when the Stray Dogs they had like a special
Yeah.
Come
Dog
out.
Days.
or whatever. Yeah, Dog Days, dude. He was like, "There's 93 covers." He was like, "I've never seen any shit like this," and I was like, "Good for you, man. That is badass, dude." Like how awesome it's got to be when you've got people who want to do 93 fucking covers of your books. Now a lot of this is heyday and whatnot and such, but still.
So when a book has that many covers like that, I'm assuming that it helps them right off the bat because of how many copies they're selling, or how many orders or how many copies are being ordered from the publisher. I don't know how a contract works with like a writer or artist for a comic.
Honestly, I'm not privy enough or enough to where I could say for sure like the answer to that. So I'd have to let somebody with their name on it be able to do that. I know that they're going to get paid, and I know, working for these, they're going to get paid.
Yeah,
unlike Marvel or something like that. So
because I figure it's either like done by like a flat rate, right? Where it's like, hey, no matter if you sell 1,000 copies or you sell 90,000 copies, like you get this much money. But I don't know if that's the case or not. I guess it just depends on the person's contract, right?
Yeah. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I mean, that sounds right. That's the best I can do.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have. Let's see here. That's the separation anxiety. We already went through that. Walking Dead Deluxe. I think we already talked about that the other day. Weapon X-Men number 4. It's got a Declan Shalvey cover. It's kind of interesting.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah. And then we have. All right. What if Venom number 4 has a 1 in 10 design variant and probably one of the worst 1 in 25 variants I've seen in a long time. Hold on here. Fucking garbage.
I like the background, the
I like
character that
this.
is focusing.
Yeah, this is terrible.
I liked all the background stuff. The character looks like shit.
Yeah. Oh, man, that is rough for a 1 in 25. Nicoletta Balderi, great artist, I imagine, but this is not it. So, and then Wolverine Madripoor Knights number 4. I always love the storyline of Madripoor and all that stuff, and that's a sick looking cover right there.
I agree. Madripoor's got cool stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think of all the Bird City What If Venom covers where they're
I don't like them.
those?
And I actually told Anthony, I asked him when we were talking about that, I said, because he had put them out, and they're the Matthew Waite ones, right?
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, and I was honest with him. I said, it looks washed out. It's supposed to be 8-bit, but it looks washed out. And the latest Matthew Waite variant looks washed out. It's just not good. And they all look the same. They just look super washed out.
Yeah. I mean, I'll stick with the original.
Yes.
Dude, that's terrible.
Terrible, man. Really, really bad.
Is that a green mohawk, dude? What the?
Yeah. So.
What is this one? The What If She-Hulk or whatever?
I don't know. But here is the book that I wanted to talk about to end the new comic day. X-Men Forever. Great fucking cover. I'm a huge fan of Hope Summers. I think she's a great character. That time period in comics when she was running around with Cable and the future and shit, and was great. It was great X-Men time. It was just a great time for comics. I love the Summers family, even though I think Scott's a huge pussy. I love when he's a badass.
Okay, I'm not always a pussy. All right.
Yeah. This character is just a great character that they're going to ruin, I think. Because in this issue, they try to explain who her father is. Nobody knows who her father is, right? And they start playing around like it's Sinister's her father. And then they say that the Phoenix Force is her father. And when Jean Grey had the Phoenix Force, she was her father. And I'm like, what is going on here? This is so... Just leave it unknown. That was one of the cool things about Wolverine back in the day. You didn't know his origin, right? And for the longest time, don't get me wrong, I like what ended up happening. You know, I think Mark Millar did it, the origin story, I can't remember. But Wolverine Origins with Quesada, I can't remember who wrote it, but it was decent. But the cool part is the unknown. Like, I like the unknown. You don't have to tell who her father is right now. You don't have to do that. It doesn't make sense. This is a great character that you're just going to ruin again. So I'm pretty bummed about it. It's pretty stupid, but we'll see what happens. And that is new comic day for the 15th of May. Let's see here. I got a decent market report to go over. Bring this up here. But before I do, I thought this was kind of interesting. DC, so McFarlane started doing those superpower collection toys. Did you guys see those? He's putting out new superpowers toys, and some of them sell for a ton of money. Like the Black Manta one is selling for a grip of money right now. Well, DC decided that for the 40th anniversary of superpowers, they're going to do variants. And they got one of the original artists for the superpowers line to do these variants, and it's kind of cool because they have front and backs, which is interesting. Right? To have the variant on the back still, and it plays into it. So you're
That's
getting
pretty sweet, dude.
yeah, you're getting a bunch of characters and these were like, what if they had done another line, like another line, continued
cool.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
So
because I know they made up or new ones with these with the superpowers background. And then, because we were selling them at ThinkGeek at the time, and the packaging they came in was really interesting. So instead of like being in a box where it's just all of these loose, they had another box on the outside of it, like a white box, just to kind of protect it.
Yeah.
So like the window wouldn't get smashed, the card wouldn't get bent.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So here is Superman number 17 variant. Then there is Batman number 151. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
This is Gotham City Sirens number 1, Poison Ivy. Power Action Vine Venom. And then you have Power Girl number 12. Power Action Punch. The Flash number 12. Kid Flash. And Green Lantern War Journal number 12. John Stewart. That's kind of cool. Masked included.
What's it say on the fake price tag?
Toy Otter $3.99.
Nice.
And then you have a Nightwing with Power Action Acrobat Attack. He kicks.
Nice.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then finally, Titans number 14 is Wonder Girl. Pretty interesting. More variants for you.
How are you going to get them? Are they going to be in stores or?
It says that. Let's see here. DC's new superpowers variants coming in August. Evoke the classic superpower poise. Let's see here. I think they're going to be just open order, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
DC Comics celebrates Kenner's Superpowers 40th anniversary with new covers. Collectible covers to be featured on select DC issues in August of 2024.
So we don't know if those are the actual names of the...
These are the issues they're coming on. Superman number 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, Batman 151. Gotham City Sirens number 1.
Gonna confuse fatherfuckers on eBay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait.
I think they're getting a toy.
Yeah.
Oh, so these are comics and not a toy.
Yeah, these are comics.
Right.
Yeah.
These are comics.
Oh, I mean, because it's confusing.
Yeah, it took me a second also, dude. They look real.
They look real, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with McFarlane
AI.
too, especially, like, because he has the action figure line, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that makes it even more confusing.
Yeah. That's what you said, McFarlane. I'm like,
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be a comic or if it was going to...
That's why I was like,
Maybe.
the back, they even have the back cover being part of the variant, which is crazy.
And the rounded edges is what's throwing me off, too.
Well, yeah. You can see the gray.
I mean, I get
but...
that... Yeah, I get it's going to be like paper and it's going to have corners.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, look at chat. Boo thought they were figures, too.
You can get the figures. The figures, I don't know if these figures are out, but McFarlane's doing new ones, and they're pretty expensive. So, I mean, not expensive. They're tough. Some of them are tough to find. Let me look here. Let's see here. McFarlane, DC. Yeah, here's the new ones from McFarlane.
Oh, they won't break your bank.
Yeah, some of them aren't bad, but some of them are rare and they sell for a lot. Look at this. Watch. $29.99 for the gold Batman, gold Flash, $29.99. So you can find those. I like how they do that. $52 for the yellow reverse Flash.
Oh wow.
There's a Manta one that sells for a lot too. A black Manta one that sells for a lot. That's interesting. Sinestro. Oh, that's cool. Batman black suit variant. There we go. $182. Look at that.
Nice.
$182 for that black Manta.
Wow.
That's crazy. He must be a variant of Aquaman. So, because I don't see him in the back here. Let's see here. Oh, no, there he is. Yeah, 71. Must be hard to find. So, $182 for that thing isn't bad. All right, let's get into, speaking of selling, let's get into the market report. I've got some cool stuff here to talk about. We got some interesting sales tonight, or this week. Starting off with, make you wait, some Star Wars sales that they just keep on falling, you guys. How about this? And I've looked at these. These are
So
beautiful.
sad.
Yeah. Beautiful copies of these books. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the full run, issues 0 through 50, sold for $305, you guys. That's how much like a raw Knights of the Old Republic #6 or whatever it is would sell for back in the day. You could get the whole run.
At least they put the cover that you want to, or that you want on the front. Like, I mean, they knew what they had, right?
Well, you have like 5 issues in this that are major issues. You have the Malik issue. You have that. I mean, you have so many major issues in this. You could get all 50 of them for $300, $340. Are you kidding me?
But I feel like that's like when you're buying full runs of stuff, it's, you know, it usually averages out to like $3 or $4 a book.
I don't know, man. I feel like 3 of those issues could have sold for that alone. It's just sad how Star Wars spec has just completely died. The only Star Wars books that sell for anything are the old school Marvel ones and, you know, some super rare variants. But most of the time, none of the books that used to sell for a ton of money sell anymore for anything. It's crazy.
No.
Star Wars spec is dead. And here's this one. How about this one? Another Wonder Woman steampunk sold. That's 2 weeks in a row. We've seen one sell. This one got just snapped up in a
Good
second.
Lord.
Yeah,
But I know it's hard to
$750.
find, and in those books, those DC books, if they haven't been graded, those aren't the easiest to find in like the high grade. But like, is this cover that great?
I like it.
I mean,
I think it's good.
I really no. I like it, the cover. Is this like top 50 modern variant great?
That's a good point. Yeah,
Because that's what it's priced at raw right now.
yeah.
I would like an
I'm
honorable
just saying,
mention,
dude.
maybe like an honorable mention cover.
I'm
or
not
something like
hating
that.
on it at all.
Yeah.
I would love to have one. I would love to have one. I don't care what people spend their money on, but like, I'm just saying, it's I don't know. It's a good looking book. I don't know if it's I'd have a tough time going in raw.
Yeah.
9.8 750 all day.
Yeah.
No.
Raw 750. Oof. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it is tough. And then this one, all right, you guys, people are going to start specking on the X-Men stuff that was cool but never sold for anything. They're going to start selling again. This X-Men 25, where he pulls the adamantium out of Logan, the Joseph stuff, the Onslaught stuff. Remember, we talked about it when we first started talking about X-Men 97, that Onslaught spec was coming. It's coming, you guys. So be ready. Have your books ready to sell. This is crazy. This is the black and white for X-Men 25, which is, I don't know how rare it is, but a 9/8 sold for $1,500.
Dude.
I've seen that in the wild once, and
Tough.
it was beat to shit. Yeah, it was beat to shit, and I wasn't gonna buy it.
Yeah, I think it's cool. And then I've got the blue distorted hologram
Nice.
and it's newsstand.
Hell yeah.
And I graded it because you couldn't find any more of them, but it's only CGC 80. And I just realized that I've had it listed as X-Men number 5 instead of 25 all this time. So I just took it the fuck off eBay, and it's gonna be on as a new one really soon.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially since you can list the right issue, newsstand, and all that other jazz.
Yeah.
The blue hologram error.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So the blue hologram and a newsie. And no, I took it out of the bag and I was like, I turned around them all. Is this a fucking newsstand? I was just gonna assess the grade.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay. And I knew I didn't expect any higher than an 80, but I did put that X-Men Magneto label on there.
Nice.
That's cool.
So
Okay, so
what,
this-
can you press hologram issues? Leg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. You take care and do it, but yeah, no problem. It can be pressed. That one though, it's besides the hologram, it's cardstock.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you can press it and you can make it, but if it's got like a big, like a wrinkle on it, then you can only make it flat.
Yeah.
Was that before they started notating newsstands on books?
It's notated on mine.
Okay,
it was before, and I graded mine last year.
Mhm.
So I'd imagine, I want to say this was one of the only newsstand blue distorted hologram, and I know I had the price tag on it. It was like $5, and I was like, oh, cool! I found the hologram, and I'd probably bought it over 5 years ago, and I remember buying it at Baltimore.
Nice.
And then newsstands, like to some of us, were a thing, but they were a thing that I would invest. I was investing in newsstands more. If I had a choice between a newsstand and a regular of almost anything, starting early to mid 80s, I was going to take the newsstand. So I've lucked out and made money in that way. I don't want to say lucked out, but I didn't think they were going to be worth by 2024 like 50% more, or double, but they are.
Yep.
Yeah, because
So
I was
just a good guess.
yeah,
Kind of investment.
yeah. I always remember Longshort saying like, whenever growing up, like it was always frowned upon to have the.
Oh, absolutely.
barcode. Yeah, I mean, I kind of remember that too as well as a kid.
Why would you want a barcode when
Instead
you
of
could
a-
have Spider-Man's face?
Or Captain America's face,
Yeah, dude. Or whatever, some
or
claws.
whatever. Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
drawing. And yeah.
And then also, it was cool because it means your copy came from a comic book store, not a stupid grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just cooler, man. It's cooler than a barcode. And
It's funny you bring that up, Leg, because last night's industry episode, we talked about the whole idea was, are comic books still worthy of being sold in a comic book store? Because it feels like comic book stores, I don't know if this is true, and that's why I had to ask these guys, like, are comic book stores making most of their money on comic books anymore? Are they making it selling toys or video games or Pokemon or this and that? Because it used to be like that. Comic book stores, the retailers did all these, or these publishers did all the things special for comic book stores. You could only get them in comic book stores. You could only do this in comic book stores. There was 10,000 comic book stores. Now we're lucky if there's 2,000. And it's just it's a very sad take on how comic book shops and stores they're not being grown anymore.
And I saw that was a topic. I didn't get a chance to listen today, although I wanted to. And I know you've got two guys with unique opinions on that. Also, two guys that have been top of the food chain for a fucking long time. So they've diversified and differentiated both of them so much, which I'm sure it was explained yesterday, that their opinion is like super valid. I'd like to hear possibly from just the comic store owner that's
Well,
got a couple pops, and
we had Nick Barucci jump on, and he told it from a publisher. Respect publisher. Am I spacing on the name? I'm stoned. Publisher, is it respective or expected?
Perspective.
Perspective. Jesus. Stoner moment.
I need to get on Bryan's
Road.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We've got a killer 7.5 CGC 7.5 2000 AD number 2, including the Biotronic stickers, which is the first appearance of Judge Dredd, sold for $1,700 on 43 bids with $62 shipping, probably because it's overseas. Tough book, man. Newspaper print. Oh, I love how CGC grades 2000 ADs now, though. That's awesome. So, another Mickey Mouse magazine, mini magazine, The Giveaway from 1935. This is volume 2, number 4, and a CGC 6.0 on this sold for almost $700, $687, and a mini comic in the CGC, which doesn't look as good as the 2000 AD, but it looks good. And then 2 of the David Cho comics, Bruised Fruit and Slow Jams, were available in one sale, and somebody got them both for $300. Tough books right there. Wow. David Cho, the artist who came up with the whole Facebook design and logo and everything, and he made gazillions off of it. Zuckerberg told him, we can pay you, or we can just give you a percentage of what the company might end up becoming. And Cho was smart enough and took a percentage of what the company would be worth. And boys, he just, he's making a killing.
By this point, like, how many times have you heard of a company, like, someone selling their brand or whatever, and then it becomes like 20x times what it was evaluated when they sold it or whatever, and then that person just like offs themselves or whatever because like the original owner of Victoria's Secrets, that happened to him, right? Yeah. What else? I was gonna say with the Mickey Mouse thing. So I saw this like random Instagram reel where some kid like found like in his family's stuff like an unused Disney ticket from like the 70s or something like that, or 60s.
Wow.
Like where it was like originally back then it was like a $5 ticket or something like that, and he flew out to Florida to see if he could use it because it didn't have an expiration date on it, and they validated and said like, yeah, come on in, and stamped like void on it.
What an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was thinking like pay for your fucking ticket to Disney World, like grade that ticket instead, right? Like it's an unused Disney ticket. Like, God, I don't know. Yeah. That's just that's just like the collector thought in me, but like still, like
that was dumb. Yeah. Another Dave Stevens Mysticographal number 2 sold. Raw copy sold for $363. This is the first like professional published comic, but not the first one he drew. First one published cover. And then a beautiful, look at this, 1994 Kabuki ash can. Absolutely crazy. Never seen this. Sold for $511.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. And then Blindside number 1, the SDCC J. Scott Campbell edition, $465.
Which one?
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. And then this is Chicago. There's only 100 of these also.
Yep.
It was the same year. And then they were in my bins, and nobody gave. I had these listed for sale from myself for $125, and nobody bought them from me.
Wow.
And then, sorry about that.
Wow.
Well,
sorry about that. So.
Well, Did Red Hood buy one from you,
I
or?
fucking gave it to him.
Oh yeah, yes.
I gave him that one. I heard you guys talk about it on the one show I've missed in like a year.
Yeah.
And then it was no, dude. He wanted a book that I put on my eBay for like $200, and none of these have been listed for a very long time. And so I know they're rare. They're Campbell. I never feel dumb for having bought these or anything, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's not like I wasn't gonna make much money probably on if selling them at 125. And then he bought a book for like $200 that I would have given it to him. I would have given it. I would have given it to him. First, take off the eBay fees.
Yeah.
Second, take off, you know, whatever, and then something. So I know he's a Campbell dude, and so I've got like a pretty extensive. I got at least a couple hundred Campbell, like handpicked Campbell books that are nice books. And I was like, I gotta find something for him. I was like, all right, there's only 100 of these fuckers, and I got 2 of them in my hand. I was like, let's see.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And when I
It's
saw
like-
that sale again, yeah, same with these Blue Mondays. I think
Oh,
I got
yeah.
the rest of these too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I saw the rest, and I was like, okay. And I heard you guys talk about that's not when I pulled it out. I pulled it out when I saw this sale on Discord and I posted the books. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
and
make sure I still have that. I'm like, did I give him my only copy and keep the Chicago? And I was like, but you know, I don't care if I did.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't, but I knew at one point I had 2.
Because look at Leg, he just gives away $500 to people. You know,
Jeez, man. Yeah, it was good. All you had to do is spend $200 on a $150 book, and then you get a free $500 book.
Shout out to Mojo Quid, who says, well, damn, wouldn't it be nice if YouTube wasn't slacking on notifications? And I want to give everybody a heads up. If you guys have been subscribed to this channel for a long time, check to see if you're still subscribed. That's all I'm going to say. I was telling Yee and Richie this the other day. I've noticed that I've been losing subs like 5 a day for the last, 5 days. And that's really weird for me to have that happen. So the only thing I can think of is I don't think 5 people a day are deciding to unsub from the channel. I think that YouTube is cleaning up something or doing something and they're unsubbing people, but we've known about that for a while. So just check to say if you're still subbed up.
and check all your alt accounts too.
All right, here we go. Next, we've got some. Oh man, I love these membership cards from old school clubs in the 40s. We talked about one of these the other day. I've got 3 of them today. You've got the Shield G-Man Club from Pep's Comics that sold for $1,000. You've got the vintage Captain America Sentinels of Liberty membership card that sold for $3,700. And the 1942 Junior Justice Society of America membership patch decoder and card sold for $600, $584 on 12 bits. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
You would
All
think
right.
the decoder thing would go a little bit higher, right? Especially with those other
Yeah.
membership cards.
Well, those membership cards are so rare because they would get put in a wallet and destroyed, right?
Oh, gotcha. Or lost in some kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate that. Pool Party says, I'm subbed. Hell yeah. Solo Wookie says, I lost a sub once. They made a movie about it. Starred Sean Connery. Moving on. All right. New Mutants 87 signed by Stan, Liefeld, and McFarlane. Sold for $530. But look at how McFarlane signed it. He put Todd on one side of the head and McFarlane on the other.
That's kind of cool.
I've never seen that.
It's cooler than writing over his face. He's probably the last one to sign it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another sign.
You gotta send it in, right?
Yeah.
Send it in for the
JSA. Another great signed book right here. For some reason, I love this one. This one is cool to me. Wolverine number 100, the hologram issue. But it is signed by all the Wolverine people. It's signed by Stan, Ramita, Len Wein, and Herb Trimp. All of them on there. Just on the hologram, which makes it look cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, $320 on that one. And then this one, To me, I think they're the coolest DCU variants, but they're some of the most common, and that's the Green Lantern 48 through 53, I think it is, DCU variants, which is my favorite, one of my favorite all-time Green Lantern storylines. Here's an unopened pack of them, the DCU variants, sold for $330. So, next, another communism comic. Is This Tomorrow from the from something Catholic Guild from 1947. It's a 9.0 old school CGC label, sold for $410.
I guess parents read it. I don't think that's required reading in college anymore.
This next one.
I don't know why I think that, but
This next one, somebody cue me in on why this one sold for so much. 4-color number 29. It's a 6.0. It's the Donald Duck and the Mummy ring. Sold for $2,202 on 29 bids. It's a CGC 6.0. Is it just because it's a nice copy? I mean, is that a rare, super rare book? That is crazy.
Obviously, Donald Duck signed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
for sure.
It's interesting. All right. This next one, we're going to take a little jaunt over to eBay for this one. Marvel Superheroes number 377. One of my grail books that I'm looking for. It's the first new costume for Captain Britain, and it's an Alan Moore written issue. Sold. This guy in England dropped a shit ton of comics this week, and this was one of the ones that sold. This sold for $308. But this shit's crazy. Check this out. He also had for sale the Daredevil UK set, which also has a super rare Alan Moore issue. It sold for $377. Hold on, we got more. We've got, I mean, this is crazy. I'm just going to go through this. He's got some American books, you know, that are kind of crazy. The sales went for really cheap, but he is in the United Kingdom, so of course he's going to have UK books. And some of the UK books that he sold, some people got really lucky on. Hold on here. Get to it. He sold a lot of American books. All right, here we go. Hulk UK Hulk Weekly times 7 of them for $3 it sold for. How about this one? Action Comic number 1 and 2, super rare pre-ban IPC 1976 books, sold for only $30. Those are rare. Continuing on, a lot of great American, you know, regular books, but those aren't that rare. Hold on here. All right. We'll get to a point where there's a ton of them in a row. This guy just sold a shit ton of books this week. I don't know if he knows what he sold. All right, look at this.
This guy totally bought a Foot Locker or some sort or whatever. Or
Look at these.
storage unit.
These are. I've never seen these.
Those are pretty sweet, dude.
Right? I've never seen those.
Oh wow.
Companion comic. Look at the back. These are crazy.
Yeah, dude. That's shit. Dude, that's cheaper than a garage sale.
Right?
Fuck.
There's even better ones. Hold on. All right, look at this. Here's Captain Britain. All of volume 2. The whole thing for $60, $70.
Oh wow.
I mean, these are major issues in the Captain Britain saga storyline. It's got all the extras in it. Super tough. You've got the original Captain Britain stuff. He's got 134 UK Avengers run. He's got 89 of the UK Transformers run. He's got the Star Wars run, including, what is this? Right here. Like, that looks super rare, whatever it is. Star Wars X-Wing fighter thing.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Right? Look at these.
That's like something you build,
Yeah.
probably.
Continuing
Like a folding
on,
insert.
Titans. Look at this. Mighty World of Marvel number 7. Super rare book. Sold for almost $200. Mighty World of Marvel 1 through 16. $150. There's the Daredevil stuff for $474. Marvel Superheroes monthly bundle $266. Rampage monthly bundle $41. And there's 27 issues here. I mean, look at all these. So rare. Look at this Marvel Mighty World of Marvel British reprint cover. All these
I
old
should have
Marvel.
spent more time when I got into comics, sort of
Yes.
paying
Look at
attention
this.
to these things. Got back into comics, you know what I mean?
Look at this. Super Spider-Man number 178. First
I'm
British
smart enough to
appearance
have bought that, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I might have scanned over some Star Wars magazines, being like, I don't want to ship them across the pond. But this? Fucking
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah. How about this one? Look at this one. Spider-Man Comics Weekly. I mean, just great. These are awesome. These are so cool. I love the UK stuff. More Spider-Man Comics Weekly. It's got tons of them. I mean, just hundreds of them. Hold on. There's more. Continues. Anyways, this just goes to show that you never know. You can get lucky. You'll pay a lot in shipping, but it might be worth it.
Oh, where it balances out between
Yeah, and some of these rare books, you know.
Yeah, the price
So-
of shipping like makes up for where it's still below.
Yeah.
What you're paying for because it slims down the market too, right?
Yes. Yep. So, all right. Where were we? Right here. Okay, here we go. Rick and Morty, the 1 in 50 raw. Another one sold $630.
It's coming out of the woodworks, huh?
Yep. People are starting to get stoked about them. How about this one? Marvel Siege number 3 and 9.6 sold for $1,700.
I don't know if I would pay that.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, I want one, obviously, but like, I don't know if I would pay that even.
I might hold out, but I think the price is fine.
Yeah.
Well,
And
maybe I just because I can't spend $1,700 on a comic book, right?
Yeah. Spawn 10. This is the remastered Cerebus one that Dave Sin put the Kickstarter to. This is the lenticular variant. Sold for $300. Next, we've got, this is crazy. 1933, The Adventures of Ace King, number 1. Looks crazy fragile. Sold for $3,550 on 28 bids. 10-center, like, newspaper style comic. And then a Wolverine 102.5 raw sold for $400. Somebody just snapped it up. And then a Black Cat number 1, the Le Chat Noir, J. Scott Campbell, raw $700.
So I have a question to the panel and I guess to the chat as well. Do you think people are foolish for selling raw books that are autoed instead of
Right
getting it
now,
certified?
Yeah.
Like,
you
it's
just have to do the math because it's $50 to grade them.
okay.
$50 to grade them. $15 to press. It's going to cost you money to, if you don't have a presser, and then, different pressers, different prices. You got to
Right.
ship it back and forth. So I don't know. I think they're for selling expensive books. Yeah. For Stan Lee and shit, that probably for $25, it's going to cost you to grade that book anyway.
Right.
So it depends on the grade. For me, I'm starting to dig out some of my auto stuff. I haven't specialized in auto stuff, and I've literally left so many autographs behind because I couldn't do that. And like a lot of the J. Scott Campbell books, even though they were good, because I couldn't grade them, I left a lot behind.
Mhm.
When those are going to be the first ones to pass. Plus, they come with COA. So I luckily
Right.
do have a lot of Campbell stuff, but
Yeah.
I'll have to see if the added value is there. Yeah, so I don't know. Just depends on the value of the artist, I think.
Yeah. Yep. All right, moving on. We've got, this is interesting. This is so interesting. It's got Invincible number 11, Raw, near mint minus, it says. First appearance of Omni-Man, great cover, sold for $350.
Wow.
All right, so which one of these would you rather have? I know the graded one sold for almost, $600, but you could get the Raw Invincible 11, or you could get the Invincible number 1 Battle Damage Omni-Man Gold Foil exclusive Raw for $340. Which one are you buying?
Two of them say BigLegg on the back, so I don't think that's a fucking question. I'm not sure if it says Yeezee or McClay on the back of those, but it might.
It says Yeezee. I think Bryan was going by Tales from the Flip Side.
Yeah,
at that
so
point.
it says Tales from the Flip Side instead of
first
me.
off, fuck
Yeah.
Invincible 11.
Yeah.
Bro, they wrote our names on those, dude. So yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do think that I like its place. I know Whatnot gets hate. I do like its place in history. I like that there's only 150 of them. I liked it. I think the gold looks badass. I like battle damaged. I would really like to see the condition on the number 1. I believe I sold a gold foil for 900 in a 9.8. So, and I'd also like to see some extra pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, of that Invincible 11. Sorry, Steve, I don't know.
Oh man, you put
hopefully it wasn't me because I've only had one and I think it was a 9.8. So
yeah.
No, I had two. I have two because Clutch gave me one.
So I bought the Mark one from Jen when she was selling at C2E2. I think I paid like $500, but like I like the first few battle damages, right? Where you have the Mark, you have the Omni-Man, and then for issue 2 you have Adam Eve, right? And then I didn't make the cut for the first one, but I'm on the Omni-Man and the Adam Eve cover.
Yeah, I like those three. They went to the well too often with a bunch of stuff.
Right.
Some are good, some are bad, and it's like, okay, it got played out, but everybody was making money on them.
Yeah.
Depending on the books, and they started becoming like Whatnot store variants. Those were at least given out to the sellers,
Yeah.
and then they limited the copies. Not like everybody got a gold one or something like that, but they did okay. I don't know. So I like the story on the first three.
Yeah.
To me, I always will. I think it's cool.
Yep.
And then when we're at San Diego, if you have these, we'll sign them for you. No charge.
Oh, for sure, dude. I got pictures on the internet, like at the Whatnot house, me like smiling because I had it as a giant poster pointing out my name.
Next, we have some interesting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures that I've never seen. These are from 1995. Teenage Metal Mutant Ninja Turtles. You got the Michelangelo and Beetle armor. You got the Leonardo and Dragon Spirit armor. And you got Raphael and the Phoenix armor. And they're all unopened. And they all sold for about $200. Looks super rare.
That seems kind of low, right?
Yeah. Pretty interesting. Next. How about a Hulk Hogan Rock and Wrestling figure?
Damn, I want that.
You guys remember Rock and Wrestling? The old school cartoon?
Okay. I gotta say that looks like some sort of fucking Comic-Con thing. That doesn't look legit.
If it's legit, it sold for $710. I never seen these old school Rock and Wrestling figures. But
because it says Series 1.
Yeah.
I actually have my Hulk Hogan Rock and Wrestling book. And I think I've still got the stickers in it. And it's like a 6x6, like a little story book.
Yeah.
You know, it's and the pages are thick. It's a 1/2 inch thick. There's probably like 16 or 18 pages in it, and I've still got the stickers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. And then a 1979 Topps baseball rack pack, unopened, with a Ozzie Smith rookie showing, sold for $650.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
pretty cool.
Oh,
So,
do they have a rack pack of the fuckface card?
I've never seen it, but they might.
Okay.
I have one cello, but I got to check to see if it's real. And this is crazy. PSA magazine, they send these out to anybody that's part of PSA, and they have special variants. And this month they did Pokemon, and for April, sorry, they did Pokemon. That is this month, right? They did Pokemon last month, and the Charizard variant sells for $1,100 of that magazine.
I have never pulled I have PSA subscription, right?
Yeah.
I have never gotten any of the variants.
Did you get the one? Didn't Tiger Woods? They send a Tiger Woods one to everybody last month.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I got one. So this is what it looks like when you get a variant. It doesn't. It's got like a special thing on it, so it protects it, so you don't see the cover. And I got my Tiger Woods one. I'm like, and it looks like this. It's just all white, and I'm like, oh my god, I got a variant. And then Stein said that they messed up and they sent the variants to everyone or something.
Yeah, because they did that before too with who was
Jordan?
it? Was it the Ozzie Smith?
Ozzie Smith. Okay.
I think like that happened like 3 months ago or something like that, and then it was one of those situations where everyone got the variant, right?
Yeah.
And then no one got the what was labeled as the A cover.
Yeah.
Like if you look on the last page, they label them like A cover, B cover, C cover, or whatever.
Yeah. Next, we've got this. We're getting to the interesting part right now, you guys. Rolling Stone, number 95 and 96. Okay, old school Rolling Stone when they're still made a newspaper. I think this is the very first time that Fear and Loathing was ever published in anything. And you can see this is back when Hunter S. Thompson was hanging out with all the bikers and stuff, and they're on the covers. They're tore up, but it sold for $250.
That's badass. To
Fucking
have
A.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty badass.
And
Yeah.
then
I
go ahead.
was gonna
I'd
say
like that.
I would love to own something like that, like early Hunter S. Thompson professional writing work.
Well, that's what he did. He wrote a lot in Rolling Stone, so you can find them. Yep, they're available. And then a lot of travel magazines and posters, old school travel magazines and posters sell. But this one's crazy. January 1946, Douglas Airview magazine with a young Marilyn Monroe, a.k.a. Norma Jean at this time, on the cover, sold for $2,326. Now, Norma Jean and Marilyn, a.k.a. Marilyn Monroe, is on a ton of advertising stuff back then. Some of it we still don't even know about, but some of the rare ones sell for a grip. And as you can see, this is a rare one. Like, who would have kept this? You know? Nobody would know who that was unless...
They knew who that was, right?
Afterwards, yeah, like many years. So
Yeah.
and then a Mattel Barbie magazine, Volume 1, Edition 1, Raw, sold for $160. Somebody got lucky on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know Tony has like at least one or two of those graded.
Yeah, those are rare. Super rare.
Yeah.
And then a quarterly skateboarder magazine, Volume 1, Number 1 from 1964. Sold for $240.
I love how the boy jumps over the stick. The board just stays on the ground.
Yep. Yep. Isn't that
Fucking
crazy?
Barefoot too, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Banana board.
Dude, he was sidewalk surfing, dude.
That's so
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, it was.
And then 2 people scored sample copies of Nintendo Power for less than $200 this last week, both with posters.
Because they didn't say that, right?
They didn't say sample copy on them. Nope.
Yeah.
So, All right, we got a couple more, and then we'll call it a night. How about this one? We've got this is Batman, or this is a unopened DC comic pack with 3 comics in it. Sold for $311. It's got World's Finest 215, early Super Sons storyline, and a Batman 246 with Flash 219 in the middle. Sold for $311. This is a crazy cover right here. The one with Robin hanging.
Yeah.
Like, people don't realize how crazy that cover is.
Congrats, Anna Love, for picking that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because I know she collects this kind of things too, right? Like
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
old school vintage, like still polybag combo packs.
Next, I fucking love Dale Keown. And Dale Keown is one of my those comic book artists or those creators that has so much like stuff we don't know about him, and I want to learn more about him. And this is an early Dale Keown cover art, early in his career. You're getting the original cover art. Check this out. Here's the cover. Here's the original comic. It's called Beach Party, and I got to find out if this is his first cover. I'm not sure, but there's the comic, and then there's the original cover art next to the comic. How crazy is that?
That's great if that's really his first comic, man.
I don't know if it's his first, but it sold for only $900, you guys. It says here, one of Dale's earlier works, nice pinup of a muscle bikini girl, measures 18 and a half by 13 and 3/4 on heavy illustration paper, drawn and colored by Dale. That is amazing, you guys, that this only sold for $900. So crazy rare. He had to be so young when he did this. 89. Wow. I wish I would have bought that. I wish I would have had the money just to buy that. Like, let's check this out. Challenger number 2. We talked about this book the other day. It was a raw copy. That was gorgeous, I think. Or did we talk about this book? I can't remember. But this is a Promise collection copy of the Challenger number 2, and it's such a crazy cover. You could have got a 9.2 of this book Promise collection for less than $2,000, $1,575.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What? And you can look up it on Heritage what it sold for, like when this went on auction. So, but I mean, that's what I've seen a lot is like a lot of these Promise collection pedigree books, when they go to the eBay, like they don't sell for very much
because people don't realize how important the Promise collection is. The Promise collection needs to have a documentary written about it. It is in my opinion, the coolest and best pedigree out there. Nothing even touches it because of the story behind it.
Oh yeah, the story makes it like Oh, I mean, I would assume it's also probably like one of the highest grade pedigrees for the age of the books as well.
Yeah. Yep. Next, how about a 1966 New York Comic Con convention program? Sold for only $411, you guys. It's got a Jack Kirby cover. It's got, that's the back cover. I don't know what's on it. Let's see here. Panther rolls him with, it's writing of the original art. Jack Kirby, 66. Look at that. And then there's the back. That must be the inside or something. Look at that. 1966 New York Comic Con. That's Wally Wood. Only sold for $411. That's awesome. Marvel's Comic Group gives a king-size salute to the New York Comic Con and Jack Kirby, the greatest superhero of all. That's cool. Next, Foom issues 2, 5, 7, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 only sold for $350, and somebody got super lucky on this one.
Dude, do the commas and lack of spaces fuck you up? I think they do on your search term.
Whoever got this, congrats. Big time.
It's the first Miss Marvel.
Because 2 is the prototype
Wolverine.
Wolverine, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's the
and
first Miss
and
Marvel.
the duck there, that's the first Miss Marvel.
Yep. This one's a big deal. This one's a big deal. This one's a big
This
deal.
one.
First Wolverine, I think, right? And then this one's
they
a
don't
big
have
deal.
they don't have the X-Men, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that one's 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So crazy. Absolutely crazy. Congrats, whoever got this. Next, how about Robbie L.
Oh,
Original art, What If number 7, page 13. Wolverine art by Rob Liefeld. This sold for $4,697.
wow.
Look at this.
Igor pointed out on the Foom cell that it was the seller of Zero Feedback.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That's probably why their listing sucks so bad. I'm telling you, I think the way that those numbers are listed fucked up the whole search.
Yeah. I mean, I've bought from sellers with Zero Feedback and stuff like that, and I had no issue with.
Oh,
I
he
mean,
drew
I
that
also
on
didn't
top.
spend like hundreds of dollars. I spent like less than 50. So I had no issue with that.
Dude, this is awesome. Are you kidding me? He drew these on top, so they had like a little look to them, like they were like almost holographic. That's fucking great. Kidding me? This
Ooh, shout out to AOA for answering that question from Northwest.
check this out. This is the guy that just sold that. Look what he sold. He sold a Marvel Age 122 cover, the original cover.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah.
Why can't this guy be my fucking next door neighbor, dude? I'm only half kidding.
Look at that. Oh man! So he sold that. He sold the Liefeld. He sold Excalibur 56 page. That is Alan Davis. Look at this. Just gorgeous. Look at that. Those panels right there. Bryan, kill her, Bryan. Kill her now. Kill her. That's awesome, dude.
You needed that one.
I did. I should have had this one. Sold for only $1,300. There's the Liefeld page. I think he sold some other ones. Oh, look at that. He sold some Muscle Men for $117. So this is crazy.
Yeah, Muscle Man, so he's like our age. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. How about this one? This is Invincible original art. And look at this page. It sold for $1,000. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
What a great page. Are you, like he's jumping through her window. She's trying on the suit. Her butt's too big. Look at that. Gilbert, Arizona too. So somebody that lives out by me.
Oh, it is your neighbor, you lucky bastard.
Yeah. Man, what a great pickup. How about this? Oh, only
wow.
$500. Somebody got lucky. 27 bids. All 4 of these are the American ones. So tough to find. These are like 1 in 250s, right, or something like that.
No, they're like 1 in 25,
50s?
but it doesn't matter. It was some of the lowest printed era spawns.
Yeah.
And nobody gave a shit. And then, just like we've said a trillion times, spawn collectors put these in there. We did a concert at Forgotten 5, Dino, Scott, Tony, and I, we did a concerted effort to amass these. And Scott Reagan was doing, he was trying to get 9/8 of the black and whites in PC because that's what he collects. And so it was, we took everything you get off the internet, everything reasonable, and then at Baltimore, after like 2 days, people catch on. There's these guys that will buy any of these Spawn covers that are the homage covers, and we're just the colors, Well, we buy the black and whites; they're just hard to find, man. The only one, so that Spawn election one sucks.
The rest of them
Spawn
are
of the
great,
Dead's meh. The McFarlane sketch, woof.
These two right here. Are
yeah,
awesome.
the Frank Miller isn't. isn't quite as much. But in that listing right there, that one, the Batman 423 is like high. That's high and mighty. There's another zero seller, zero.
Yep.
I just had one of my first returns on fucking eBay in a while.
No, man, I had one too. I don't even want to get into it.
Check this
like,
out.
He said I put do not bend on there. They must have had their field day with it. I was not happy. But also, there was a not visible in the picture. There was a coffee cup stain in the middle of a white cover, and it's an early '80s book. I'll show it to you. It's in the living room, so I'll show it to you guys after because Matt shared it with me. I wanted to be able to do a thing with it, but anyway, I'll show you guys after.
All right, this is crazy right here. Incredible
I know
Hulk
exactly.
181, the French edition.
Yeah. So, rumor is on this book is that it was distributed before the Hulk 181 was because all the printers were in Canada at the time, and so this is coming from like the French Canadian part of Canada or whatever. And,
Quebec, Separatiste, Montreal.
Is it Quebec? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quebec is
French Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I know the people in that area do not like when these comics leave Canada.
Of course they don't.
Yeah, so I've actually been looking for this book for quite a while, and I kind of wish I saw this auction. Damn eBay
Less than
notifications. Supposed to notify me.
$500.
Bro, I want to get them just to spite those French Quebecians.
Yeah.
Let's go do that. Let's go spite
French
them.
Canadian fucks.
No.
No.
Do you know what they only speak French? It might as well just be French.
I love my French Canadians. Shout out to Lefteros. Shout out to all my homies up in France or in French Canada. There's a couple of them in the chat right now. I love my French Canadians.
I heard there's good fishing in Quebec.
Hey, do you guys remember when Triumph went to Quebec?
Yes.
He's walking around
Yeah.
peeing on shit. So anyway, that was a good episode.
Yeah. I actually, one of these days, one of my grail spots to visit is Montreal. I really want to go to a game at the Forum. And I think that's what it's called, right? Isn't the Canadians called the Forum? But I might be wrong. I want to go to a game there so bad, man. We'll see.
This is your first appearance of Hulk 181. Your first appearance of Wolverine.
No, I hate Dallas. All right. Yeah, first appearance of Wolverine right here in a French character in a French Canadian character or a Canadian character in a Canadian book.
Located in Gardena, California.
But if you look at the
70 miles
date,
from here.
if you look at the date on the CGC label, it's the exact same date as the American version of Hulk 181. So I don't know if that's the story I told, if that's just like something from like foreign collectors or if it's legit. Like, I don't know. I wasn't born in the 70s, so I have no idea.
Yeah. You know what? Another thing about
no one
French,
knows who Guy with Claw is. We must make a new cover.
yeah. I got to be honest. I can't stand accents, the ugly accents. There's something about French Canadians' accent. It's very non-ugly, right? Do you guys think it's
French
ugly?
hip hop sounds cool as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. It's that Latin romantic language. There's something about it, man. All right, finally.
Yeah, but
But
everyone I know from France complains about French Canadians speaking French, but I know French people are kind of snobby about that anyways.
or when
Oh
you
my
go
God.
there and then
Thank
they walk
you.
in circles around the streets, or they're not even making any.
All right.
They act like they're not going to like speak any English at all, and then they stop, don't look where they're going, and then they don't stand in line, so they just get in front of you.
I know Lefteros is French Canadian. I think Igor might be French Canadian, but I could be wrong on that. Igor, let me know. You're gonna have to start looking for those rare. What are they called? They're called EH Editions Heritage. Editions Heritage. Those are what you need to start looking for. All right. Next, this is crazy. So we had somebody talk to us in the chat a few weeks ago about the Mighty Max stuff. This guy must have worked. Chemo Studios must have worked at a toy place. Look at all these prototypes that he sold this week. These are all Mighty Max Monster Heads prototypes. $710, $455, $510, $510, $456. This is a $1,500 one, $1,800 one, $2,123 on the hand Mighty Max Grips the hand prototype. There's a $2,127. I mean, look at these.
Wow.
All prototypes, production samples. But we're about to get into the cool stuff. Hold on here. Look at, I mean, just crazy prices. How about
those 90s collectors? They slap harder, right?
right? How about some toys that never got released or never got made? Underground Villain from Demolition Man Toys, unproduced prototype, sold for almost $500. Laser Blast Phoenix Demolition Man, unproduced prototype, sold for $1,600. Look at this color change Spartan Demolition Man. That's crazy. It looks like Sylvester Stallone. I mean, totally. There's a blonde Wesley Snipes.
That is
both
slide,
color change,
dude.
right?
That's absolutely slide.
Yeah. So I mean, that is cool. So there's some rare toys sales for you that sold for a grip of cash. And that is the market report for May 15th, 2024. And yeah, good shit.
Nice.
Yeah. You guys, you get any pickups, Leg? We haven't talked pickups with you in a long time.
No.
It's okay.
No, I don't think so.
I don't have any.
I got the one thing I can show.
I have one thing, right? That I showed on Richie's channel yesterday. Bam! Junior Caminero rookie auto.
That's huge.
From Bowman. Yeah, from Bowman 2024.
That's such a big hit, dude.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest rookie auto I've ever pulled out of a box.
What are those selling for?
Nice pull, dude.
Thank you. I don't think I've seen any sold yet. So I think it's too new. And
well, did you see that? We're gonna have to show this to Stein. His heart's gonna be broken. I don't know if you saw this. These are some of the big pulls from Bowman.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Pete Rose 1 of 1.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Because I know Nate was looking for one. So, but they're still the out of 25 and out of something else. Pete Rose auto, right?
Oh, man. It's a cool
card. But the Super Factor got pulled. But also, the LE Spotlight.
The regular Super Factor got pulled for LE too. The rookie.
The base card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you see that from Top Series 1? His Super Factor auto of the throwback sold.
No.
For 15,000 or something like that.
Wow.
I think it's it was raw, and then they were comparing it to the Super Factor from Bowman auto.
Igor,
I
know you're Ukrainian, but your accent doesn't sound Eastern European. So nice, not bad. Where do you live in Canada, Igor? Maybe I could be wrong. Shout out to Paralyze, aka Igor. He's got many names.
I dated a chick from the Ukraine. She was crazy.
Eastern European chicks are gorgeous, dude. Eastern European.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Fat,
she was pretty. She was from Kiev.
Oh, he's in NYC. So, okay, maybe I was wrong. I apologize, Igor. Igor is Ukrainian. He's not Canadian. All right, so Eastern European chicks are gorgeous, and you know who are absolutely beautiful? Indian chicks.
Yeah.
Are
they got hammers.
Oh my God, they're beautiful. And Israeli chicks are beautiful too. All right, That being said,
Gal Gadot,
yeah,
Yeah.
best in the world. That's all I gotta
Doc
say.
Joe had a score that is absolutely amazing that I got to talk about. Look at this.
Oh wow.
What?
Did you
He
press
just got
this?
that? He didn't even tell me that. No, he doesn't use me anymore.
Look at that. Entertainment this month, number 31.
Isn't that those? Wait, isn't it just him and Dennis then?
Yep, him and Dennis that have these. Isn't that great?
Oh man. What about talk about the irony?
Yeah.
To call me your best friend.
Oh,
Yeah, the only two people that
if
own these are
Jessup
Dennis and
pressed-
Joe.
If Jessup also pressed this as well,
Yeah, that'd be funny too.
that'd be hilarious.
Nah, it's not. I don't think Jessup does Joe's, but yeah. that's
Yeah,
cool.
but Jessup did Dennis's.
Oh yeah. I know he's been doing
Yeah.
dentistry.
Yeah. So
That's a dope fucking book, man. So
I-
that's that looks like mag size.
Yeah.
yeah.
The way the label's spaced out.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's just barely bigger than comics. They have to use mag.
That's
Oh
crazy.
wow. So Dennis has a CGC graded magazine.
I don't know if it's in CGC.
I honestly don't know if he has a 9.8. I know the first and only copy I've seen was his, and I
Yep.
don't remember if it was graded or not.
Yep.
Oh,
And,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, but if he did grade it, he probably graded it before his.
But to be
Anti-
honest, it was possibly before CBCS graded mags.
That's
So
true
I don't,
too.
but I don't know. I don't remember exactly when this war started
Yeah.
between Dennis and CGC. So
Yeah. Who knows?
Probably on
yeah,
on
dude.
this show.
Fucking, we said his name 3 times, dude. Here we are.
Oh, there he goes.
Dennis, is yours graded too? Did you get yours
Yeah,
graded?
turn your face, Chat Cave. You know, sorry we invited Dennis to into the chat. But it's okay. We're about to end anyways.
Oh man. I forgot to put this on the market report. I meant to put it on the market report, so we're just going to do it for the end of the show thing. Check this out.
Oh my God, they're doing an outstanding job.
Yes. Anyway, I'll come around so you guys.
These are original 501 in 1880s buckleback Levi's that were found in a abandoned mine.
Wow.
Watch how much these things sell for. This is fucking crazy, you guys.
Oh my God, they're doing an outstanding job.
Yes. Anyway, I'll come around so you guys.
The guy that has to make the decision is actually. All right, guys, let's go. Auction time. All right, guys, we have an opening bid of $28,000 online. Do I have 29? I have 29. Do I have 30? We're going to jump into 50. Do we have 55? We have 55. Can we jump to 60? 65,000. Once in a lifetime opportunity. You're never going to buy another pair on these. Guys, we're going once. Going twice. And we're sold for $76,000.
Why did they not open bidding in Japan?
Right? This thing would have sold for 5 times that overseas, dude.
I thought that's a 7-figure. The oldest pair of Levi's, and I haven't done my
and
homework.
no in existence, right?
I mean, they're 150 years old. I don't know if they are. And also, get your hands off my shit. Right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And
I know it's not a
comic
comic book, and
crazy.
it'll probably be okay, but 150 pair. Okay.
So
Maybe I only wear Levi's.
so
like
like
90%.
Cowboy Museum bought this, you know?
Dude, if I had one, I would.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. That is so crazy. So,
Cold War era. This was like 1800s, wasn't it?
1880s, yep. Civil War era.
Yeah, so that's Chinese Exclusion Act. I
Uh-huh.
was not allowed to own a pair of Levi's back then.
Yep. And then another thing I want to show. This is the God box, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh. What the hell?
Oh wow.
What the fuck?
every card is a refractor or auto.
We got a God box, boys. We got a God box, baby. Oh, baby. Holy shit. Jason Dominguez to 25. Yankees. Wow. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. J-Mac. I told you were going to hit, J-Mac. Don't doubt me, J-Mac. Don't doubt me, J-Mac. How about a spotlight J-Law to 150, baby? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Jackson Holiday to 50. Ooh.
Look at that. Every card is a refractor or an auto.
Damn. I thought I had a decent
Lamia to 25. Elijah Green to 99 on the auto. Jackson Holiday to 50. Kyle Till to 150. Dominguez Rising Infernos to 25. Baez to 29. Acuna on the anime. Spencer Jones Gladiator. Lombard Gladiator to 150. Jordan Law to 150 on the spotlight. Cerner to 150. And one of the first auto years. Oh.
That's fucking crazy, dude. I love that they do that. I think that's such a cool thing.
Right?
So does that happen a lot?
Yeah, it's been a thing for the last
3 years.
3 years,
Yeah.
2 years.
Okay. My bad.
They don't do very many of them. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's like certain products. Like the one I remember the most was the Topps Finest. Like they had a whole case out there, or the amount of a case of boxes where it's every single card in there is gold.
Yeah.
It's all like all gold and all autos or something like that.
All right. I meant to bring this up to the beginning of the show and I was too stoned and I forgot. This is some of the biggest news to me of the week. And you guys know we love finding new artists over here. We love when those new artists hit. Did you guys see what's going on with Flops Comics?
No.
He put this out on his IG 2 days ago. He said, Jubilee, last X-Men corner box I'll post on here until ... a thing gets announced.
Oh, dang.
So is he going to be doing these corner boxes for Marvel?
Oh, that'd be tight. Like if they were covers like this. Like, because like maybe Mark Brooks is tired of doing the headshot things and maybe it's changing to this.
Are you kidding me? Oh, sorry. Watch out, Flops. Steal Your Vision is responding to you just like everybody else. So just be careful. He'll steal your vision. But this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. He's definitely needs to be signed by Marvel to do these type of corner boxes and then just sign him up to do variants. So
let's see. Dennis is saying Wizard of the Coast did a God box in Ice Age for Magic, and I hit one once. It was epic.
Nice.
So how many Jester Caps did you pull?
Yeah.
I actually played Magic back then, so
yeah. I'll wait till right for him to be careful that Steal Your Vision will steal his vision. But shout out to Flops Comics, one of the good guys out there. Be careful, buddy.
I fucking love that guy's art.
Yeah, he's awesome. So that being said, you guys, thank you for hanging out. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and come hang out with us every week. We have multiple shows on the channel. You need to make sure also to hang out with Yee over at Nearing Nirvana. He does multiple shows over there, and he's got the Long Story Short show that he does every Thursday. So make sure you guys go check that out. And yeah,
Spec and over at Spec Media with Richie. So
yep, every Tuesday you can find Richie and Yee doing their thing, which is very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we're super close to the 1,000 subscriber mark. But we need to start putting out more content as well so we can up the view hours account.
Yeah.
Viewed hours. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Here's something that's also very important, you guys. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a special show with Gary from Nerdrotic is going to join us to talk about retailer redemption and rebirth. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come hang out with us. If you guys don't know Gary's story, he owned a comic shop in San Francisco called the Comics Outpost, which he sold in 2013 to Bryan Hibbs. Unfortunately, the reason he sold it was because he relapsed into a horrible addiction, the same addiction that caused him to spend 4 years of his life in prison. And he has failed multiple times only to have great success in the last 5 or 6 years, and changed his whole life. And I can't wait to talk to him about it, because if you guys don't know, he's very similar to my story, and I love to root for people who have beat addiction, and he's done it in a major way. So it'll be a nice little fun interview tomorrow night where we'll get into some excellent topics, talk about some really deep and dark things, hopefully, and also some really cool, amazing things that happen when you beat that darkness. That being said, that is the Wednesday night show for May 15th, 2015. Check out all the links below. We'll see you soon. Peace.